Tea Biz podcast delivers tea news that you need to know. A recap of the week's major headlines with commentary and cultural trends hosted by Dan Bolton. It is the voice of origin for tea professionals and enthusiasts worldwide.
Think of us as a digital caravan of storytellers, bringing authentic, authoritative, and exclusive stories to you weekly from the tea lands. Hello, everyone. Here are this week's headlines. Top tea producer McLeod Russell India faces bankruptcy. A tea authentication protocol to chemically verify origins is now underway. And soggy soil keeps Kulhads in short supply. More in a minute, but first, this important message.
What makes a perfect cup of Ceylon tea? The perfect cup is from the tea businesses that ensure the protection of all the children living within their tea estates. We salute Kailani Valley, Telawakili, Bogawanthalawa, Harana, and Elliptia tea estates. Support Save the Children, Sri Lanka.
McLeod Russell India, once the largest producer of tea in the world and currently India's largest tea producer, is facing bankruptcy. McLeod, a Kolkata-based division of the Khaitan Group, operates 31 estates in Assam and 2 in West Bengal, as well as tea gardens in Africa and Vietnam. The corporate insolvency resolution process was triggered by default on a $14 million loan dating to 2018, but McLeod carries $270 million in debts and faces a combination of debtors. The application was revealed in a stock exchange filing August 6th. Azam Monem will continue to guide the operations of the company, and key managerial staff will remain in place with the intent to restructure. Biz Insight. A combination of massive flooding in Assam, rising labor costs, and conflicts amid declining exports reduced earnings from a recent peak in 2016. To lower its debts, the company has since sold 21 tea gardens in India and Rwanda, reducing annual production from 118 million kilos to 73 million kilos of tea. Rival Camellia plc, the holding company of Goodrich Group, is now the largest tea producer in the world. The Institute for Global Food Security is analyzing the leaf chemistry of tea from a broad range of geographical locations to create a map identifying the chemical fingerprints of tea samples. The protocols can be used to verify the tea was grown at the stated origin as marketed. The rigorous examination uses state-of-the-art spectrometry and artificial intelligence modeling to also identify the presence of bulking agents, dyes, and adulterants, soapstones, plumbago, and gypsum. In their review of vulnerable food supply chains, Professor Chris Elliott and researcher Dr. Di Wu found tea to be at high risk due to the complicated nature of tea production, making authenticity testing a tricky undertaking, according to New Food magazine. Elliott, a professor of food safety with the Assured Safe and Traceable Asset Technology Center at Queen's University, Belfast, said that once these statistical models are built, they will be validated with further samples of known origins to calculate the predictive capability of the methods. The most accurate technique will be selected, and the method will be fully validated to international standards. This method will then be transferred to laboratories across the world, said Elliott. Business Insight. Professor Elliott is seeking partnerships with tea companies and research organizations, as well as major retailers, to join in the effort to improve the integrity of the world's tea supply chains. His contact details are included in the blog version of the Tea Biz podcast. Soggy soil and sunless days have curtailed the manufacture of India's iconic Kulhad, leading to widespread shortages of these simple, unglazed terracotta clay cups. As a result, Chawala are forced to switch to paper or plastic. Neither is acceptable to chai drinkers accustomed to crushing the Kulhads underfoot. Near constant downpours in Dakshandari turn clay quarries into soup, and persistent overcast skies prevent air drying before firing. The cups still available are selling for 1 rupee each in lots of 100, more than 3 times the typical wholesale cost. Business Insight. Last November, the Indian government ordered the nation's train stations to sell tea exclusively in locally made Kulhads, boosting demand to help employ 2 million potters. India's railway ministers said the eco-friendly cups are currently available at 400 train stations. Learn more on the Tea Biz blog. Arvinda Anantharaman in Bengaluru reports on India's tea auction prices.
India Tea Price Report for the week ending August 7, 2021. This week's highlight is news from Darjeeling of the sale of the estates Jangpana and Gumti. The new owner is the Santosh Kumar Kanoria Group, led by Anshuman Kanoria, that also owns the Tindaria estate in Darjeeling. The last sale of Jangpana was in 2017. The sale follows a continuous stream of news on the struggles that Darjeeling's gardens are facing, with climate change, decreased production, prices and exports, among others. This week also saw the pilot of the Japanese auctions in South India. The auction system was recommended following a study by the Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, for better price realization and better participation from buyers. However, it appears that the pilot was not a success. We spoke to Apu Kurian, chairman of the Cochin Tea Trade Association, and Dharmesh R. Nagda, the largest buyer of bulk tea in the South, for their views on the pilot. Among other things, they're questioning the need for a new auction system to replace the existing one, which they feel can be tweaked to address its current challenges. In prices, Sale 31 saw a new record price at the Guwahati Tea Auction Centre, when a specialty orthodox variety from Dibrugarh's Maijan Tea Estate sold for 70,501 rupees per kilo.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Q Trade Teas works with tea purveyors at every scale, from promising startups to the world's largest multinational beverage brands in the hot, iced, and bottled tea segments. With US-based formulation, blending, and packaging services, Q Trade can help you innovate, scale up, and grow your specialty tea brand. For more information, visit our website, qtradeteas.com.
Tea Biz this week travels to New York, where Rona Tison, Executive Vice President of EWN North America, explains the appeal of functional tea and introduces a new Matcha Love Energy Plus line of ready-to-drink teas. And then to Boulder, Colorado, headquarters of the World Tea Academy, where online education director Lisa Boalt Richardson describes the newest of 6 certification programs. Ready-to-drink tea, both refrigerated and shelf-stable, generated $4.2 billion in sales in the U.S. multi-outlet channel last year. Sales are estimated to have increased 40% from 2018 through 2024, according to Market Research Future. Canned and bottled teas now generate $25 billion a year globally. In the U.S., the RTD segment is a battle of titans dominated by Lipton-PepsiCo, whose Pure Leaf brand is a top seller, Coca-Cola marketing Peace Tea, Honest Tea, and Gold Peak, along with Snapple and Arizona. But it is tea-focused brands like EWN that are innovating. Instead of concentrates and solubles, line extensions are brewed from whole leaves from tea that is sustainably grown and offered in recyclable packaging. Rona Tison, Executive Vice President at EWN North America, joins Tea Biz for a discussion of what makes tea the ideal base for function-enhancing blends that appeal to health-conscious consumers. Cross-category tea blends, known as hybrids, that bridge traditional retail categories such as energy and refreshment, for example, have successfully carved out space on the shelf next to functional beverages as low-sugar, organic, clean-label alternatives to fortified waters and juice. Delivering a plant-powered matcha energy drink formulated with functional ingredients such as superfruit, acerola, and yuzu for immunity, ginseng for focus, and ginger and honey to soothe, Inoen's newly launched Matcha Love Energy Plus provides a clean and natural energy boost with 50 milligrams of caffeine and L-theanine in an 8.28 fluid ounce can at $2.49. Rona, during a time when many tea brands are introducing herbals and herbal infusions, Inoen has shown a strong commitment to traditional tea and tea blends. Will you share with listeners how the new Matcha Love Energy Plus line maximizes tea's inherent health benefits before adding plant-based enhancements to the shot?
Inoen's expertise and legacy is really in green tea, not a botanical, but the Camellia sinensis plant that has been unoxidized, unlike black tea that is fully oxidized. And as a vertically integrated company, we work very closely with the tea farmers, tending to the soil, cultivating the tea leaf. And unique to Japan, the Japanese green tea, is that the tea leaves are steamed right after harvesting, and this actually stops the oxidation, and it really helps preserve all the great health benefits and each of the properties of the tea leaf, and particularly in taste and aroma. We were actually the innovators of the first unsweetened ready-to-drink green tea, a feat that was said to be impossible because, of course, green tea would oxidize. So after years of research, we were able to introduce a bottled green tea that really captured the optimal moment of enjoyment, as if you were having a freshly brewed cup of green tea. And this really revolutionized tea drinking even in Japan. A lot of the younger generation weren't taking the time to steep leaf tea as their parents were, and they were much more mobile on the go. And so to be able to have this convenient on the go, ready to drink green tea really sort of changed how tea was enjoyed even in Japan back then. And of course, that being our Oi Ocha, which has just celebrated its 32nd year. So it's been pretty exciting to see the impact that this has had just in the modern lifestyle.
Will you describe these plant-based enhancements?
So our Matcha Love brand had been doing incredibly well, but we wanted to take it one step further and have a beverage that actually had more functionality to it, particularly given these times of the global pandemic. So we decided to create a clean energy drink, of course, plant-based powered, with the basis of the green tea and matcha, which has the goodness and the vitality of the green tea leaf, but each having a functional ingredient that has the purpose of either immunity, focus, and soothe. And as many of you are aware, so many of the energy drinks, I believe, on the market today do not actually have such healthy ingredients. So we're excited to be able to introduce a clean energy drink that gives you the benefits as well as tastes delicious. And that, of course, is first and foremost. People are very conscious about boosting their health and wellness, particularly in these times. So with that in mind, we created the 3 flavors, and starting with immunity, which helps maintain your defenses, with the superfruit acerola and the Japanese yuzu, which is a Japanese citrus, very high in vitamin C. And then we have focus, which with matcha combined with the ginseng and blueberry really empowers sort of mental clarity and focus. And then third, we have the soothe, which helps kind of soothe the body and mind, and that's with the honey and ginger. And of course, the basis being the green tea and matcha, which already has the natural caffeine, balanced with the amino acid L-theanine, which is very high in green tea. And that gives you a sense of calm, but alertness. and combined with the caffeine and the L-theanine, it really is a very clean and healthy energy drink and keeps you grounded throughout the day. We like to say it keeps you staying grounded. So much of the energy drinks have really unhealthy ingredients, ones that you can't pronounce, that are artificial and synthetic. So we're excited because our Matcha Love Energy Plus has healthy, clean ingredients and 50 milligrams of natural caffeine, again balanced with the L-theanine, the amino acid that really gives you a sense of calm and alertness. So you get your nice gentle boost, but keeps you grounded throughout the day.
Consumer research confirms that drinks that deliver an energy boost are a top priority. In Europe, a survey of 5,000 EU consumers revealed that half are looking for food and drink products to help them make it through the day, with 8 of 10 of those aged 18 to 34 seeking energy-boosting products, but with safe concentrations of caffeine and without synthetic flavors, sweeteners, colors, and preservatives.
So right now, there's been a huge increase in the plant-based lifestyle as more and more consumers are embracing a life of health and wellness. And of course, tea is the original plant-based beverage. I don't know if many of you are also aware that it was actually in Japan that functional foods first was introduced. It was in the 1980s as there was a grant that was given to research. And the entity is called FOSHU, which is abbreviated for Foods for Specified Health Use. So we actually thank Japan for the fact that they're actually functional beverages or functional foods. So it's always been a priority for Itaewon to bring healthy beverages to the forefront. In fact, our 5 guiding principles have always been natural, healthy, safe, well-designed, and delicious. So whenever we conceptualize and develop products, it really has to be within these 5 principles. And so we're pretty excited about our Matcha Love Energy Plus line joining our portfolio of green tea beverages. And of course, we have our award-winning Tea's Tea Organic line, which is known for its clarity and clean finish. Then we have our traditional Oyocha line, which is very much an authentic green tea taste, refreshing, and of course, all of the green teas have our antioxidants, the catechin EGCGs, and the multitude of vitamins to include the daily vitamin C. So given these times of the global pandemic where people are really thinking and prioritizing their own health and immunity, it's pretty exciting that we've been able to introduce this hybrid beverage that not only tastes good, but has functional properties.
Tea industry certifications are becoming sought after in the industry. There are certifications for tea specialist, sommelier, blender, health expert, and now a tea aroma specialist, a new offering from the World Tea Academy. Joining me on the podcast today is Lisa Boalt Richardson, Online Education Director of the World Tea Academy, and Kathleen Hippoley, Lisa's assistant and a former tea room owner. Let's chat online tea education and the value for business owners. Lisa, your 6 tea certification programs are fully online, available to people around the world. How are you creating a meaningful educational experience online?
We have 6, as you mentioned. We have the Certified Tea Specialist, which is our lower core level, which everyone has to earn in order to go into the advanced certifications. Most of our classes, they get class kits, and they're shipped all around the world. So it becomes very interactive. They cup the teas. There's blind tastings, especially in the advanced classes. And the base classes, we're just teaching them the classic flavors of teas so they can learn from that experience and know how to purchase and order and cup. And then we have us, me and Kathy, and we're here as instructors. And as long as they turn their assignments in on time, they get feedback from us. So that is crucial, I think, because, even though it's online, it is very much people driven with me and Kathy behind the helm to answer their questions.
And I understand that World Tea Academy recently added a new certification, the WTA Certified Tea Aroma Expert. How did this new certification come about, and what need is it filling in the industry?
I am colleagues with Virginia Lovelace and Scott Svahula. Sense of Tea is what they created, and these are really unique aroma vials. And I jumped on the chance to be the exclusive online educator for these aromas of tea. Of course, they can teach them in person, but globally, there is nothing like this on the market. And so I feel quite honored that they chose World Tea Academy to carry their Sense of Tea for an online training program. And they are amazing. The students grow and learn so much. It is fascinating to watch them smell the teas and then smell the aroma kits. And they just develop a whole another sensory bank in their memory to help them to identify teas, not just the aromas, but then the flavors, which carries on through.
Now over to Kathleen. I understand you ran a tea room, one steep at a time, in Jamesburg, New Jersey for 8 years. How did classes from the World Tea Academy help you as a business person?
Well, I felt the classes at World Tea Academy were really invaluable to adding credibility to being a tea room owner. I was one of the first classes in 2013 when the Academy went live, and it also helped me to transition from my corporate pharmaceutical quality career into one of where I was a one-woman business in tea.
Do you think your clients perceived the benefits of your education at WTA? And if yes, what benefits do you think your clients would say drew them to your business?
Absolutely. As I said, credibility to being a business owner in tea was invaluable. And guests actually sought the tea room because of the certifications that I have as a sommelier, professional, and health expert. And while guests may always know, or there may be guests who know more than you about tea, they're sharing their experiences, their preferences, etc. But it allowed me to be comfortable to engage in conversations with them and share their experiences. And I learned so much from those who brought that to the tea room. So having that Tea Academy foundation was invaluable to being a business owner in tea.
Lisa, what do alumni say are the most memorable aspects of doing a World Tea Academy certification?
Our alumni really come from all different walks of life as far as in the tea industry. We have flavor experts, flavor companies. We have people that are sending their employees through from big companies like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Twinings. And then we just have the entrepreneur that wants to just learn and benefit and grow. So what they grasp and the path they choose to take as far as the advanced certification just depends on where they want to go. Some of our students have taken every class and are eagerly awaiting new classes to come in. So, we get from, I had no idea what I didn't know about tea. And there's so much misinformation out there on tea for a tea professional to learn truly what is correct in the industry and what is not is so helpful for them going forward, because then they have the confidence to say what they need to say to their customers. And what I like to tell our students is we are partners. We are partners to help your business succeed in the tea industry.
Learn more about World Tea Academy's 6 online certifications at worldteaacademy.com, or reach out to Lisa and Kathleen directly by emailing your questions to info@worldteaacademy.com.
Intrigued by what you heard in today's podcast? Would you like to learn more from our global network of Tea Biz journalists and tea experts? Contact them directly through Subtext, a private message-based platform.
Avoid the chaos of social media and start a conversation that matters. Subtext's message-based platform lets you privately ask meaningful questions of the tea experts, academics, and Tea Biz journalists reporting from the tea lands. You see their responses via SMS texts, which are sent direct to your phone. Visit our website and subscribe to Subtext to instantly connect with the most connected people in tea.
Remember to visit the Tea Biz website for more comprehensive coverage. That's www.t-biz.com. Thanks for listening. farewell till next week.